Okay, this is the last guy that I allow, and then who is that? David. Okay, this one also. I can add. So we start. So thank you very much. Our first chapter. So first thing first, if you go in your NetAcad, who is that? Only okay, this guy also I know him. Some guys they work, they do Uber, and they have to stop somewhere to. So if you go to your NetAcad, netacad.com, you are here. Then on top right, you click on login. You enter your email, login, your password you created, or if you forgot, you click on forgot password, you follow the steps, you come back, and you can also log on with your Google login. Then when you're here, you'll see your course. Yeah, you'll see all your chapters. If I see view as a learner, you'll see all your chapters on your left side. And today we'll be doing chapter 1. You click on 1 and you'll see this. So please take your time to read. And if you see something important, you do you make your own summary. Like mine, I'm going to show you. So anything I do, you see, I make a summary. This one for CCNA, this one for CCNA, it's not for you. So you see, you make your own summary for you to. It's always very important to start reading the welcome, the introduction. It's very, very important to check that, because it will give you the overview of what you're going to learn. So very important. You read it, you go down or next. So everyone knows a PC, what a PC is. This is an example of a PC. If I click here, you have a keyboard, mouse, monitor, and your box. Nowadays, many people will have laptops, but anyway, some companies are still using. So for us IT technicians, we should know the definition and how to connect and troubleshoot them in case you have issues. So you should know the different component, the different part of a PC. You see the box, this box, we have many type of boxes. You see at the back, you have your port like we did last time. Okay. Like we did last time at Scalabrini, the port. You should know each port. You see the blue port, the VGA. Down there for the sound, but nowadays we use USB for everything. So this one is a bit old one, because nowadays we use USB for keyboard, for mouse, and even for the monitor we don't use VGA anymore. It's mostly HDMI, but it depends on the type of monitor you have also. And our friend, the motherboard, what is inside the component. So as a IT technician, you should know each component, they do what is the motherboard. So it's what you're going to do. It's the same thing for laptops. Laptops, image. The only thing with a laptop, everything is very small, so you cannot see unless you open. You open, and then you could see everything is small in. Yeah. So that's what we'll be doing. So when you go in your NetAcad, take your time. Section, the very first section, what is a computer? Normally, everyone knows what a computer is. But in this video, we're going to explain more, explain the input devices, output devices, and internal components. You can also check the transcript if you don't want to watch. And after watching, you can, yeah, if I click here, yeah, you can just read it, but there is nothing serious. So let me check my PowerPoint and see what is there. Introduction to PC, personal computer hardware. So I did send you a Microsoft Word document with some questions that will allow you to understand more and do your own summary. So you should, after this chapter, don't spend too much time. You must organize yourself because every week we have 2 chapters. So my advice is, for example, I'm going to help you insert table. Okay. For example, Mondays, you know that we do the teaching. We're teaching. Now, yourself Tuesday, you see, Tuesday, Wednesday, Wednesday, and what, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So if you don't do that, you'll get lost, you get confused, you'll be behind. So you must please organize yourself. Who want to log up? I want to see it, not people. Who is there? Okay, I'm going to check that later. And Sunday, Monday, teaching again. See. So for 3 months, we'll be doing always. Yeah, we'll be doing all these things. So please, you must organize yourself. Monday teaching, I put in green. See. Oh, sorry, not there. So Tuesday, Wednesday, so 3 days, with 3 days, marriage cells. You focus on chapter 1, for example, teaching, chapter 1, chapter 2. So after Monday, you have 3 days to study plus do the exam. You have 3 days. Same thing for here. Chapter 2 plus exam. Then following week, we do chapter 3, chapter 4. So if you don't study, you'll see that you'll get lost because every week we keep on adding 2 chapters. So please organize yourself. You must study a minimum of 2 hours per day. Minimum of 2 hours per day. It's not compulsory, but it's some advices. Study. If you do that, you'll be fine. So after the teaching on Monday, you have 3 days to study 1 chapter and do the exam. So where you can find your exam, you see, after chapter 1, if you're in chapter 1, at the end of chapter 1, if you go down, you see module exam. You click on it, and it's here. It's just in some quiz, just to check if you understood chapter 1. As I said, you can do it many times because my goal is for you to understand. I can lock it to one attempt if you want to, but you said no. So it's open, and you can do it many times just for you to understand. Take some notes. So it's very important because these questions, they can ask you for job interviews, even for your IT career, for your own knowledge. You look for a job and we say, okay, describe what is a SIM? If you did study, all information are there. If you don't, then you see. So do it many times, it's open. And any exam you do, so after chapter 2 also, if you open chapter 2, at the end of chapter 2, you have an exam. So this is where you can find your exams. You can view your results. If you see here, gradebook, if you click, you can see your... Also, please, if you cannot see my screen or you cannot hear me at all, please call me directly. Someone can call me directly to notify me. Because when sometimes networks, I can get cut or something. So no need to send me a message because I don't read my messages. Yeah, in case you don't hear me for maybe 2 minutes, then please. Yeah. So please take it seriously. Please take it seriously. It's for now. If you want to view your marks, on top here, the grade book. You click on it. Then any chapters that you did, you'll see. Why you start from top to down? Categories, default A to Z. What's that assignment? Okay, anyway. So you'll see all the chapters that you do. Chapter 1, if you do it, you'll see your mark. You can do it many times until you're happy. Chapter 2, all your chapters will see. Anything related to checkpoint exam, you leave them and don't do them. At the end of a training, I can open them for you to use them as a revision for your final exam. For your final exam. Yeah, so I think, so final exam, I will let you know where to find it. Practice exam. What is it in practice? Okay, you'll see final exams. Anyway, yeah, I think it's here, no? Yeah, final exam. Yeah, you'll see it here. But I'll show you. If I close here and I open again, and yeah, so for you guys, if you see that you'll see. So at the end of the 3 months, the final exam, first thing first, you must do end of course survey. I'll let you know also. Then this is the last exam. If you pass it, then the system will show this 3. And if all good, you pass well, I can go to print certificate. The system will check everything. Then you want to issue your certificate. To view your certificate, you go on top right on your icon, your picture. You click on it. First thing first, before you do your exam, who is that? Vivian, okay, Vivian is fine. Before you do your exam, check now your name. Make sure your name is correct because you see my name on top now. It's exactly the way it is here. So make sure your name is correct because it's that name that will appear on your certificate. Badge, you see, you'll see your digital badge and your certificate. You can download and you can view. You see, for example, this is my CCNP training that I did last time. Okay, I think that's all for now. You should know how to use your stuff, and yeah. So let's start. No, let's it's this one. So as a network technician or any IT specialist or network engineer or anything, you should know the PC, the component, what is inside. Then, yeah. So let's start. You have a video that will explain your input. Input device is anything that will get connected to your laptop or your PC to bring information in your laptop or your PC. Like your mouse, you see, is bringing information. Your keyboard, but the printer is an output device because it's going to send information out of your PC or your laptop. So this video, you can check. And also, I did ask you some questions to help you for revisions. You see, I did send you via email. After studying chapter 1, you should be able to answer these questions. Definition of a computer. List some examples of input devices, output, and internal component. So if reading is too much for you, you can come here and step by step, you'll find your answers there. So we know what a PC is. So inside our PC, you must be very careful because we have some electrical stuff. If you don't know something, you don't understand, don't touch. Call someone who knows how to do. Mm. For example, power supply, you cannot just take some screw and remove. No, be careful. We have some electrical stuff. Give it to a technician, a PC technician. If I say PC technician, someone who has more experience. But normally here, they'll teach you before you do that, you need to protect yourself. So in NetAcad, we have some steps how to protect ourselves. But nowadays, we don't do that anymore. It was in the old days, because nowadays a PC comes with a warranty, 3-year warranty. So if something fails, the technician come and fix. So, but anyway, we never know. Also, be curious. You can use YouTube or Google how to remove power supply. YouTube, how to remove power supply. And you see how to replace your PC power supply step by step. You see, you can also go to YouTube, Google it, check maybe 3 or 4 videos, see how they do. And yeah. Like this guy, he looks very nice. I don't know. Yeah, some people they work late or they're stuck in transport, so I know them. That's why I allow them. So be careful if you want to remove some, especially the power supply, be careful. Anything else is fine. ESD, we know that our human body, we have some electrical stuff on our hands. The PC also has some stuff. So to avoid shocks, you need to, so ESD is what? Electrostatic discharge. Can occur when, blah, blah, blah. I know that sometimes when you want to check to open a door, you get shocked, for example. So it's some electricity, what something, how to call it in. So if you want to do you want to fix some stuff, you have some steps to do that. That's why I say nowadays we don't do that anymore. But in case you want to do and you're not too sure, go to YouTube, check how people will do, compare 3 or 4 videos, then. So this is a bit of physics. If your hands, the electric charge is plus, and the PC it's minus minus, if you touch it, you'll get shocked, a small shock and something like that. So we need some equipment to remove the electric charges. But we don't do that anymore. But anyway, it's good to know. The part of the APC, the cases of the boxes. You see, we have a small box, a big full tower, and a horizontal case. So we have, normally we have 4, like all in one nowadays. So each manufacturer comes with his own design, own way of doing things. That's why if you want to do something, you go to the website, Dell, for example. We have a website where we have a, you can come here, Dell laptops tutorials. Yeah. And sometimes we have their own website, like here, Dell support, you see. So if your laptop or your PC is from Dell, sometimes if you have their own website, and there you can find some videos. Yeah. Find your Wi-Fi password, and you see a lot of stuff that you can do. So we have different type of cases that you should know. The horizontal one in the old days, full size, the big ones, and we have a smaller one, and nowadays we also have all-in-one. Power supply, it depends on the box. Each box, for example, all-in-one, the power supply will be different from the big box, the big box here. So each box comes with its the own size of power supply, own size and type of motherboard and all this stuff. Also inside, from the power supplies will bring power to all the components. So at the back, we have some connectors to connect each part to get some power. So we have different type of connectors. No need to memorize, just have a look, that's all. You're not here to memorize. Yeah, so this one you can just check, there is nothing serious. What is the most important is the motherboard. Sorry? The motherboard. The motherboard is extremely important because if I come here again, what is that? You see, the motherboard is that flat stuff green under there, where we see, well, all the components will be. We call it mother because it's going to have a lot of kids, a lot of parts around. So that's green thing under there. So on the motherboard, we'll put the power supply, some slot, extension slots, for network card, video card, or anything else, a power supply, the CMOS, the DVD drive, the fan, you see. So it's very, very important to know what a motherboard is. So you can read this one in a few seconds and we continue. Okay, we continue. So on the motherboard, we get a lot of components. The CPU, the brain of the PC, We have some expansion slots. For example, if you need a network interface card, or you want to watch your TV on your PC, you buy a card, we call it a TV card. So anything else you need as extra, you buy a card for that. For example, if we go here, TV card, TV card, card for PC. So there are a lot of, you see here, for example. So you buy that, you buy anything, always extra features you want, and you add them in the expansion slots. So we have the expansion slots. You have the BIOS. The BIOS is where the system, the program that will manage all your PC will be in. We have time to study that. If you see BIOS and you don't understand what is it, be curious. Go to Google or Gmail or YouTube. BIOS, basic input output. What? So let's check BIOS. Do some research. You see, you can zoom in. See, BIOS, basic input output system, is a firmware that acts. So you can do some research. In IT, you must be curious. Document yourself. Do some research. What is the BIOS in the PC? You see. Else you can take some videos. You see. BIOS. And here, you see, you have some videos that you can watch. All this stuff is to document yourself, to get more knowledge. So you have also some videos around that you can see. So on the motherboard, you have the expansion slot, you have the BIOS, you have chipset, you have the RAM. The RAM is this device to allow you to view, to display something on your screen. If you don't have them, nothing will get displayed on your screen. See? So these are some few components of a motherboard that you should know. So take this one for a few seconds and we continue. Okay, we'll continue shortly. Okay, so very important as a network, IT technician or network engineer in the future. So you cannot be a network engineer if you don't start from here. You see, we always start from grade 1, grade 2 until grade 12. So this is the basics if you want to be a real IT guy or IT lady. We start from there. Anything we start, Google Workspace, it's good. Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, it's good. It's general stuff. But to go deeper in IT, these ones. Okay, so yeah, you can also, we have a lot of explanation around what is a chipset, consist integrated circuit and motherboard, control how the system hardware interact with the CPU and the motherboard. This one is quite interesting. What's the difference of a chipset? Let me check. Did I use it? I didn't. I just say definition of a motherboard and list of 5 components. I didn't put. Yeah, but next time I'm going to add more questions. Yeah, so we have all explanation here, some definitions. We have south bridge, north bridge. What's that? Control high-speed access to the RAM and video card. Allows CPU to communicate with low speed. You don't need to memorize them. You can read many times. And so yourself, to check if you understand, take a piece of paper, design, make a kind of square, and try to add to find ways. You can say, okay, this one I'll call it RAM slots. This one I'll call it. Okay, so here, no, there is no. So each of the motherboards, we have many types. Each manufacturer comes with his own way of it, like cars. We have different manufacturers. They work the same way, but we are different. You see. So depending on the box, if it's a big box, you'll get a bigger motherboard. If it's a laptop or a cell phone, it will be smaller, you see. So it depends on the manufacturer. CPU, as you know, it's the brain of the PC or the laptop, even the cell phone. If you don't have it, nothing will work. So check a few seconds on that and we continue. Okay, so it gets time. So this is normally that device, and on the motherboard, you check the size of the way to insert. The way to insert. Anytime, as I said, you must document yourself. You can say how to change CPU. You press enter, and you have some nice videos around that will show you. For example, if I'm using Dell PC or Dell, you can add the name of your PC, and yeah, you scroll, you check. Dell Optiplex CPU upgrade. Let's check this. Oh, 7 years ago. You see, this one is too old. This one is too old. Yeah. You see, this one is removing this guy is removing the CPU. You see, yeah, so this is the CPU that he just removed. You see? So the CPU has some speed. i3, i5, i7. The faster, the more expensive. So i3 Intel, see this one just remove and plug, for example. So it depends on your motherboard. These are some RAMs. The green one is a RAM to display. The brown one is for games. You see the RAM, for example. So each manufacturer has its own way to design the motherboard. So when you have a motherboard, read the user manual. Will tell you this part is for that part. Yeah, so you can do some research all the time. You see something, and because the CPU is the brain, it thinks too much. We need to cool down. We need a fan. If not, it's going to get burned out quick. So we need a fan. So you can get this one, case fan, or a heatsink. So this one is very important. You can read a few seconds and you continue. So if you have a laptop and you leave it on your bed, because the air from the fan doesn't go out, you'll see that under your laptop is too hot. It's very hot. So you must always get some exit for the air to go out. If you block the exits, all the heat will be inside, and when you take your laptop, say, it's too hot. You see. So it's very important, a cooling system. Memories, we have two types. The RAM is to display, is temporary. If ESCOM is not happy, your PC or laptop will be off, and you won't be able to see anything. It's volatile. You see. So we have a RAM to display, and the ROM is for the system. This one never, so let it's there for life. So the RAM is volatile. If ESCOM is not happy, you lose everything. So you see, these one are very important for the display, these memories. So RAM is for the system, how the system will manage anything. And we have different types. We have these ones. You can read in NetAcad. And some RAMs, the more important, we have mini times also. It depends on the speed, the type of motherboard slot you have for the RAM. You can see, for example, on my laptop, it supports only DDR4, according to the user manual. So if you want to change your RAM, make sure that you have a correct one. Check your PC model, check the specs, and yeah, you'll see that. So in each memory, in each RAM, you have some this black stuff. We store also some information. Okay, all these things you can check. Now for the card, the expansion slot, this one is a network interface card. You can buy it and plug to your motherboard, or the TV card, or anything, the sound, for example. Maybe the sound on your laptop or PC is not good, you want to change, buy something more powerful. You can buy and you plug them. We call them adapters. These are many type of adapters. You can buy TV, to play games, network, sound, even the Wi-Fi. If your PC doesn't have Wi-Fi, you can buy a Wi-Fi interface card and you go plug it to them. So you can check this one also, very important. Why is it important? Because this one, for example, 3 weeks ago, I need to change a network interface card. I had a big box and the normal port was no longer working. So instead of buying a brand new PC, very expensive, you can change the network interface card. You buy this one, you plug, and you test, and it's fine. How to replace? You go to YouTube or Google, you'll see some latest update how to do things. Okay, so you check all these things. We have many around, many type. Storage, where you can save your stuff. You can save on your hard drive. In the old days, we are using a floppy disk, DVDs. Nowadays, we don't see them because we are using a lot of USBs and hard drives. So where you can store you can save your document, your videos, your files. You can save it on your C drive or on a USB, external USB or something like that. So you see, if I go to PC, if I come here, you see this PC, this is my hard drive, my C drive inside. So all my information, I store them here. I save them. See, I save them in. Okay, this one nothing special, and we'll try to explain more. Each hard drive, how it works. Yeah, you can check. The latest version of hard drive we have are called SSD, solid state drives. More faster, smaller, and they do uh, like iPhones, iPhone 5, iPhone 10, iPhone 15. Yes. So we are more powerful. So you face that a lot in in companies, IT, SSD. This one is very important. You can read that. Okay, can read and we continue soon. So if you want more info, as you know, SSD, and yeah, you'll get SSD. You see, you'll get some information. In IT, you must be curious and also do some research. We can't stop learning in IT because things are changing every month. I'm telling you, every month things are changing. So you see, you have some for Dell, for example, if you want to change. So if you want to do something, you check. We'll show you step by step. You see. So here the motherboard is blue, you see, and you have your RAM, your stuff. You see. Okay, so this is okay. Yeah, you can check this. So because things are changing, it's good to check the latest update, how we do stuff. You see, this guy is changing the hard drive. Yeah, so you can do some research later and okay. Okay, what else? Anything else? Okay, DVDs, we don't use that anymore. The ports, video ports. Video means what? On your screen, you have your monitor, like here. you have your monitor. So at the back of your monitor, you have some port. And at the back of this guy, your box, you have some port. So we need to have the same video port to use a VGA, the correct cable. If here you have VGA and on your monitor you have VGA, you can use a VGA port, VGA cable. VGA cable. This is a VGA cable. You can also get HDMI, like what we check, HDMI cable. You see, you must make sure you have HDMI port on your monitor, HDMI port on your PC to display. Then you also have DVI, DVI, DVI cable. So for those who came on as on Friday, Friday as Calabrini, you did. So next session, I'll also bring them again for you too. So these cables are very important to connect your monitor to your PC, to a PC. Yeah, so this is the way it is. As a network technician, you should know what DVI stands for. We use it for what? Display ports, HDMI, you must recognize them. Job interview will bring some cables and we ask you, identify them. What cable is that? We use it for what? So it's very, very important to know all these things. So in EtherCAD, you have some nice display there. If you go, I go back here. I go my classes. I go to IT Essentials, PC chapter 1. I go down to PC component, port and cables, you see. So you get more info. See here, pictures plus explanation. Picture plus explanation. So it's very, very nice. Yeah, so in companies, we can say, okay, go set up a PC for a new user. You should know what type of cable you should use. And yeah, really try to explain each of them. Try to explain each of them. So here, a quiz, check your understanding. Which cable is that? You select here and you say, let's say DVI. Is it DVI? Okay, you say DVI. This one, what is it? You check, you say it's maybe HDMI. So in the question I sent to you for your own revision, I also copy this one for you to identify them. See? So it will help you to do your own summary, your own revisions. This one, I say, I don't know. You just click something here. This one. So it's up to you. And you submit, close, show feedback, and to check. See, It's not right. Show correct answer. So these are the correct answers. Hide correct answer. Yeah, so it's very nice. Very nice thing. Okay, we continue. We continue. Yeah, all of these things to connect to your monitor, to your box. You can check all of these in NetArcade. So here we describe some output devices. After output devices, some input devices. Input devices, you have some examples. Output devices. Input add or bring information in the PC. Output is the opposite. Also, when you work in companies as a network engineer or a network technician, you'll face, you must set up some projectors. And there are different type of projector. It's very simple. You check on your PC what type of cable or what type of port are there. You check at the back of your projector what type of port, and if it's USB, or let's say HDMI, you see. But nowadays, these guys, they use most HDMI to allow videos, sounds, and graphics. Yeah, so we have a lot of stuff that you can know. Printers, we know what printers are. Very simple. If you want to set up a printer, nothing difficult. Set up a printer. So we had a lot of tutorials around. Just need to follow. It's not difficult at all. Okay, I think we are done for this speakers. Okay, all these. This video is quite interesting. In the old days, if I say old days, 1998, at the beginning of 2000, we had to do all this stuff manually ourselves. You go to a shop, you buy 111, you build what. But nowadays we don't do that. But it's good to know the technician toolkit. We are almost done. So you can come here, technician toolkits. You can buy on Amazon or Takealot, you see. Yeah, the technician toolkit, and you'll use it to fix. If you need to remove some hard drives, you have your screwdrivers. If you need to, yeah, anything you want to do, you can. So you have a video where you can. He looks happy, this guy. I never tried that. People will say it's very nice. I have no clue what is inside. But anyway. Your printers, you have inkjet 3D. Yeah. Okay, what else? Safety, you have some videos. If you want to remove anything in your PC, this video will explain to you step by step how to do. The power supply, you want to remove some steps, some advices, some tools to do that. You want to remove mouse, keyboard, anything, it's well explained here. Even the RAM. You want to remove the adapter and change it. Everything is well explained here. Okay, so that's all for this chapter. Introduction to a PC. What is a PC? The component inside the box, the different type of boxes, the motherboard, all this stuff. Extremely important for a start. With chapter 2.1, there is nothing there. It's only videos. Chapter 2, it's only videos. And it's something, what are we doing? I'm lost now. Let me see here. Yeah. Chapter 2 is, oh, this guy, now we are done. It's now he's coming. Oh, shame. So chapter 2 is only some videos. If you want to create your own PC, that we don't do anymore, you just need to follow the steps. Sorry. So here it's only some videos. If you want to do your own stuff, that's people, we don't have time to do that. You go buy, everything is well, you have your warranty, plug and play, you continue. Yeah, you go. So here the first video, safety, you can watch it. How to install the power supply, step by step. How to install the CPU. So chapter 2 is only some videos. We explain to you, and so only some videos, that's all. Yeah, so there is nothing we can do from here. It's only some videos. Okay, let's end this session for today. Any questions, 2 or 3 questions, then we end the session for today. Okay, Ben Nakangomba, you're number 1 question. After that, it will be Tawana. Ben or Tawana, first, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hi everyone, my name is Tawana.
Yes,
Uh, I just
Tawana.
wanted to I just wanted to quickly ask. So there's a few things that you when we were still explaining everything to us. There's a few things that you were saying they was done in the old days and not anymore.
Yeah,
Like when we
yeah.
look at the deassembling of the computers and whatever, it's things that are no longer done in this day. So I wanted to ask
Mhm.
also that when we are studying, do we really have to focus much on it, or is things that
No,
also don't really come in our exams?
yeah, very good question. So just get an idea. Just read one twice, just to get an idea. That's all. Don't focus. Don't spend too much time. For example, how to change your RAM. You watch the video once, done. Because if a day you need to change a RAM, then you can come back and see properly. You see, but it's good to watch once to have an idea. That's all.
Okay,
That's
thank you, sir.
okay. Very good question. Thank you very much, Tawana. Who else? If you
Next
want to
one.
ask question, yes,
I
you
will
tell us
ask a question.
your name and your question.
It's Ben Chileo.
Okay, Ben.
Yes, because I see even when last Friday when we were in Scalabrini, so you
Yes.
asked a question about what is a computer. Because when I
Yes.
was even reading what the module one,
Yeah.
so the question of what is a computer, because even like the definition of what is a motherboard, it says that
Yes.
it's the backbone of the computer.
Hmm.
But now about the what is the computer, I don't see I didn't see the definition. I'm just seeing the explanation about the output input. But now, what is a computer?
Hmm.
Yeah, that is my question because I can't find it on
Okay.
the
Thank you.
model.
Yes. Okay. Great. Thank you very much for your question. Anyone can help Ben? What a computer is? If you know, unmute yourself, tell us your name and I can just say that Masinga want to answer, yes?
Well, a computer is a machine or a device that can able to process information and yeah, basically the simple term is just like that. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's a device to process information. Where this information will come, input device, output device, and to process what that device need to process. We need the motherboard, we need the CPU, we need
Okay, you say
also,
it's a device to process.
to process data, for example.
Okay.
Or also, we have a friend called Mr. Google, and so you see, for example, you see. Yeah, so nowadays we have Google, we have even AI. AI gives answers to anything you want.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can do, you see, it has input, you see processing, output, storage. Yeah, but it's a very good question. Thank you very much, Ben, for that. Yeah, any other questions? Thank you very much. Okay, so if there is no questions, then we can end. So in your emails, I did send you this one to help you do your own revision, to make your own summary. Very important. Okay, thank you very much, guys. So we'll be meeting again next week, Monday. So the recordings of this session, I'll post it in your email again tomorrow, if you want to go through it again. So we meet only Mondays, 6:30. So please, as I explained to you, your chapter exams, today we did chapter 1 and 2. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, study chapter 1, do the exam. You can do it many times. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you watch all these videos, and once it's fine, you can do the exam. You can do it many times until you get a good mark. And next week, we continue with chapter 3 and 4. So in your NetaCard, again, where to find your exams. At the end of each chapter, so if I go to chapter 2, at the end, you have an exam. If I go to chapter 1, at the end of chapter 1, I have an exam. And you can do it many times. Okay, thank you very much, guys, for today. If there is no Bonheur, you have a question? Bonheur, Lumingo.
Yes, sir. I have a question, sir.
Yes, what's your question?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Bonheur.
Hello.
I want to ask about
Bonheur.
I saw on the video on the chapter 1, they say all motherboard is called a box. It's true. Box on the video. Motherboard is called a box. All parts of motherboard. It's a box. Because I didn't get it.
Oh no, it's not a box. It's electronic motherboard. What? So yeah, this is what we call the motherboard. It's that's green device or blue according to the manufacturer. You see, where all the components are, let's say, are connected to. So here you have your CPU. See that green thing is called the motherboard. So on it, we put the CPU. On it, we have expansion slots for TV card or network interface card. We have for the RAMs, you see. So we can say it's it's an electronic device where we can put. Let me check in your NetaCard here. I go to PC component. I go to section 122. You see. So the motherboard, also the system board, the backbone. It's a printed circuit that contains buses, electric pathway, and all that. Okay, anyway, I did show you a picture and something like that where we add the port are connected. You see. We see more. So all this part are explained in chapter 1. You can just say it's a part of a computer where all the components are stored. Yeah, that's all. It's fine. Not a big deal.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, pleasure. So we have different manufacturers and different sizes and okay, so if no other questions, we can end the session for today. Roger, you have a question? The last question?
Yes, teacher. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Roger.
Yes. My problem is what I want to ask first is you said that we'll start gonna study on each and every Monday.
Yeah.
And then after that, you said that the end of each and every week we're gonna start doing what exam.
You did on your own at home. You don't need to move to go anywhere.
Okay. I do it on my own.
Yeah, you have to do it. Yeah.
Okay. My problem is in your program, do you have any day that we'll start to meet? We can meet so that we can explain, like we do practice on it, because it can explain on showing us what video, what.
No. The goal of this course is to give you basics information about how to use a PC to go to other level. It's not a course to fix PC, to remove part or to no. You have your video, you check them, and you continue. That's the goal of this. Else, if you want such course, we put it 6,000 trend for 3 months, where we meet, let's say, twice a week. There, we buy equipment, and so if you can pay 6,000, you let me know. I'm going to set up such class, and that 6,000 will be one stop. Yeah, if you want to. So this one is to give you the basics, the foundation of IT. IT. That's why you say IT essentials. Basic knowledge, where to go. Then yeah.
So even if I can buy that tools, if I can buy the tools, is for me. I would. If I want to do stuff, I can do it on my own.
On your own, you buy your own stuff. You buy your own stuff. You check the videos, like in chapter 2. Chapter 2 is what is PC assembling. If you want to do that, but as I said, we don't do that anymore. But if you want to do, it's fine. You just need to follow the steps. You'll see assembly computer. Yeah, safety first. After safety, how to install the power supply. You have a video. You just need to watch and do. Even myself nowadays, if I need to fix something, I just see, okay, it's a Dell stuff. I come here, how to do. I follow the steps and done.
Okay.
You don't need to. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. Study well, and please do your chapter exams. If you don't do them, you'll be left behind, because every week we add 2 chapters. So study minimum of 2 hours per hour, 2 hours per day, if you can, or 1 hour. It's up to you, and you'll be okay. Thank you very much. Enjoy your week. Enjoy your new week. Today is what, Monday? Yeah. Enjoy your weekend.
Yes.
See you next time. Thank you very much, guys, and see you next time.